Amazing. Hello. So guys, this presentation based about the concept when the university met with the business, yes, and what we can do it, because a few years ago, me, Marcin, and also Michał get the grant from the European Union with one of the gaming industry company in Poland to build the engine, yes, which helps to produce the maps and physical of the cars, yes, because it's a racing game, yes, basically it's based on our interest, mostly mine, but also Michał and Marcin. And what we are doing in this project, we also try to check the perception and immersion of the video games players based on this case of this game, yes. So that is the idea, and what is quite important, this product is during the commercialization, so it's going on the market. The company, based on our researches and based on our works, will selling the product in probably a few months at the market, and also the different product that the company have, it also was introduced our ideas. So, a few most important facts, a few agenda, so a few facts about the Kuzmiński University, yes, because I also wanted to present, because I saw that somebody presented. A few facts about my favorite game, it will be quite nice, and if you support me with it, will give me some key facts about my game, which is my most important, interesting game for me. It's my favorite game. Few facts about the game engine, ideas of the research, equipment which we use it, yes, testing the communication, partial results, gaming testimonials, and the conclusion. So, as Willie has tell you, yes, Kuzmiński University, one of the Polish universities mostly about the business, economic business, yes. We are ranked in FT ranking, yes, so the program of finance is 32 on the world, so it's quite important. So we think it is quite good, yes. I know that those who attend the ISAGA in Poland also think that the university was quite nice, yeah. And also our students also agree with that. My favorite game, you know that? Monopoly, yes. Basically, but it's not real name, yes, because the real name, because this game was stolen, yes, is the Landor game by Elizabeth Maggie, yes. And the idea of this game is the first education game which support to teach and learn students and also people what is bad in the capitalism. Unfortunately, the game was reconstructed by Hasbro, and it's showing how the capitalists look like, and we are enjoying the capitalism. But to be honest, yes, the idea was to prevent and to help the people who better understand what the problems goes to society based on the idea of the being a landlord, yeah. So my favorite game, and now the presentation, the most important facts. Maybe I skip the products, or I of course can show you the small movies about the product which based on this engine which we designed. Yes, I put here 3 products of the game. The first one is Drift 21. So the game was already ready when we joined the company. Yes, but we used also the project result implemented to this game, that the engine, that the cars are more realistic. That everything for this game was more realistic, and that's what came from our result. We also see it, the result when we take the professional drivers, professional players, and also casual gamers. Yes, that you see that they decided that this game with the engine which we created, yes, together with the company, create that this game is more realistic. The same happened with the second game. This one is the PC game and console game. Yes, this one is mobile game. Yes, much smaller. Yeah, just a racing, and you also do some kind of construction of the cars. So simple idea. And if I show you the graphic from here for a second, Wait a second, in this way. Do it works? Maybe goes in this way. So this is how the graphic of the game will look like, and everything. And this is on the old engine of the graphic, and this is what we do it on the new engine of the graphic. Yes. So this is quite important how it changes with this whole AI tools, because we use the machine learning, yes, to create based on the scan of the photos of the tracks. The game was created more details each of the thing. What is quite important, this kind of idea, it could be also used in the education games, most of the education games, because it's quite important. Usually when I prepare the game, yes, for our students, our budget are not so big as, for example, big gaming industry companies. But with kind of solution from AI, we can create that our game is also very, very sophisticated from the perspective of the graphic idea. Yes, so that's the point. That's also quite important what we get from our research. Yes, what kind of tools you can do it. Yes, we also 2 years ago or 3 years ago on the ISAGA, we also present these ideas of the using the code to create a better, more sophisticated graphic that we can use it usually. Of course, I know that from the perspective of education, for us, not the graphic is most important, but the whole gamification process. But from our users, they usually like to play something which is much more sophisticated way of the graphic. Yeah. So. No, I don't want to do it. I wanted to go to the next slide, but how I can do it? Oh, yeah. So, main assumption of the research, what we are doing, what we are presented here, So, players' perception and immersion test, quasi-experimental method, but cross with 2012, and we do it in the 3 waves. Each wave we have around 30 players, yes, gender diversification, yes, and type of the users. So we have like casual players, yes, so standard users, yes, professional drivers who have the professional experience of the driving on the track, and also professional players. So people, we counted that professional player is the person who spent around 10 hours per week on gaming, yeah? So we think probably all of us are professional players, yes, here. So that's how it's going. What is quite important, what we use it? We use it 2 types of the equipment. One is quite sophisticated because it's EEG sensors for checking what happened in the brain. And it was quite complicated to use in the game because the users, players, move during the game, so the sensors not get a perfect image what happening. Yeah. But the second thing, which is quite nice, is using to the sport Pixoskin. So basically, this kind of vest, yes, with all the sensors, which checking how our body reacted, what happening in the game, and it's something which is quite important to use it if you have ever idea to this kind of test of the biofeedback from the users. Yes, so it's quite, I think, cheap equipment to do that. Another case, we also use it Apple Watches or Google Watch, yes, Samsung smartwatch, because those also watches have also this kind of sensor, which you can also use it and take and compare with what's happening in the game and what happening with the users. How our testing goes on. So the players see the video of driving as a sport car, so they see what they should do on the screen. Yes. Then they drive a sport with the simulated condition based on the standard game engine, 5 to 10 minutes. Yes, it depends how fast they drive it. Yes, so it was that part of the engine without this AI technology which we implemented. Then they drive with using our GearShift engine, yes, to change the physics of the driving the car. Again, 5 to 10 minutes. and then we compare it. Yes, so basically we have two tests. The first part we see how the users reacted only for the video of what they see. Then we have what happening. They have some kind of reaction. The good engine and the bad engine. Of course, is the question: which one engine is better? Yes. The idea of the project was that this with AI is better, and we'll see what happened with the research. What is quite important, those screens which you have it here, yes, also are generated by AI for this game. Yes, all those wallpapers for each of the slides are using for this AI technology which we have which we created based on the previous part of the research we presented. Whoa, I don't like it in this way. Why it goes so... Okay, so you don't see everything here, unfortunately. So we see that in the first wave we have 31 players. Yes, sorry. In the first round we have no difference. There is 70 players in the first round and 13 players in the second round. Yes, in the second round we see that most of the players decided that the second one was much better. What is quite important, all our research results are statistical significance based on Chicago. So basically, as you see on this slide and the previous one, most of the players decided the game with the new engine is much better. Yes. So the testimonials of the players, and also put it all them are Polish. Yes. Also shows that the satisfaction is increasing with the game, and the game is more realistic. What is quite important, and this is how we can use AI tools to the game. Yeah, here we have the numbers of the users for the whole session. We're divided by male and female. Yes, we have three waves on this part. Track records, total records, which you get is from your feedback. It's 100,000, 120,000, 74,000, 65,000. So it's quite big numbers which you can do the analysis. On this analysis we find this research. And in the tested group we have 25 male and female 5. Standard participants, so standard players, yes, up to 10 hours per week. 8 guys, 2 ladies, professional drivers, yes, and 2 players. And similar structure we have it in the next waves. What is quite important is wave number 2 and wave number 3, we take the same players to do it after the third reconstruction of the game. Why we take the same number of the players, the same person? It also gives us that we do not have the changes of the perspective. Yes, because of course it was easier to check the same type of the driver, yes, on the different type of the engine, that we take, for example, different drivers from the different motorsport to check it. And those drivers goes from, especially this group, goes from Formula 3, yeah, the first time was Formula 3 and 3, now it's Formula 4, yeah, we have oh gosh, how it's called in English. We have one player from the go-kart, 2 drifters, and 1 who driving in the, how it's called, this kind of drives in English. Colin McRae, what kind of game is it? WRC racing. Yeah, rally. So I missed the word in English. So this is how the waves look like. Yeah.
3 minutes.
3 minutes. Okay. So 3 minutes Q&A. So I'm in the time. So what kind of Q&A?
Okay.
Like more. Q&A? You have any Q&A?
Yes. Do you have any? Here.
Yeah, I'm curious about the fast.
Yeah.
What measure? What type of measurement?
So they checking how fast you breathe. They checking how fast your heart is going on. Yeah. They checking also that you are more sweaty.
Sweaty.
Yes, that's the point. So basically those. So brief heart reactions, all the heart reactions. Yes, and what happened with all your body with this?
Heart reactions.
Yes, how your
Heartbeat.
beat.
The change.
Yes, beat. All those three measures you have it of the heart.
And is it better if the heart beats faster
It's
or
like-
slower? Or
yes,
what is the interpretation of
So
those
the interpretation was quite
biofeedback?
nice because we take this interpretation in the three dimensions because we have to take it. First one is the biofeedback, yes, about the heart especially. Second one is what happened in your brain, yes, if EEG, and the third one we also take it with the questionnaire survey. And when there's users we see that the user says the game is much better and more engaging. Yes, the second one. But we also see that they have faster breath. Yes, faster reaction of the heart and some kind of waves in the brain. But I do not fully understand this part of the brain checking.
First here, then here, then here, and then we have probably close.
Yes, very interesting research. Thank you for presenting. So you mentioned you found out some statistical significance
Yes.
when compared, and I believe this is within subject study, like
Yes.
all participants experience all types of conditions.
Yeah.
Can you be specific and mention what are those significance values? What are the construct you measured, and what do you mean by the significance?
So the significance was the difference between the reactions. Yes, and we checking the regular, yes, the reaction, how they reacted with the body, yes, and what is the final survey of them. So all those three dimensions, but we checking only, we take the results when we see that for example, we see that there's positive impact from the brain, positive impact from the body, and positive reaction, positive idea in the survey. So in those three, we have it, which we goes in the straight line. Yes, so with those results we only take to the research. So some of the results which are mixed, yes, or there's some kind of have artifacts, we cut it from the research.
Does that mean like did you combine all your quantitative measurements into single score and ran like
I will say that this research based on the mix of the methods, quantitative and qualitative methods.
But to calculate statistical significance.
It was quantitative, yes, but
Yes.
to finally select it and checking that we don't have any artifacts on the checking from the result. Because, for example, there was one player who is too small for the West, yes, and we do not have any feedback from him, so we cut him out from it, even that he will have positive feedback. The second one have something not correctly and we have bad artifacts from again. But when we goes, all the results from the biofeedback go in the straight line, and we have the same result from the survey, yes, we know that there's something which goes positive. So basically we check it, how many there are see that it's positive, negative, or no difference. Yes, so we have only three stages, some kind of logic model.
Okay, here, and then here, and then we want to
So just very quickly, you mentioned your model second. Was that in all cases? So you had the
Second game, yes, second engine. Because we have three scenarios, look. The first one, we check it at any reaction, that everything works, yes? They're just watching something, yes, and preparing. Of course, they can see some kind of satisfaction when you watch some kind of game. That's the reason also so many streamers we have. People don't want to play the game, but they wanted to watch somebody playing the game, yeah? Then we have the game with the first standard engine of the company, yes, before we came there. Without AI, without this research on the track, anything, yes? And this is game number one. And we call game number two, this one with the GearShift engine, with the engine which we prepared.
Did you ever think of reversing them? Playing yours first and standard second?
Yes, we reverse it in the different games so the players do not know which were game, but we use it 102, the name 102 engine, but some of the players play game 2 as a 1, game 1 as a 2. So that we know that is, I knew that is the pattern that if you play more game, you are more experienced, but it not goes in this way. That's also the way why we have this wave number 3, which goes with the same person, because we switch it.
Okay.
Yes, they have a game number 2 as a game number 1. In the second wave,
Okay, I have
game number
to
1.
be cruel because we need about half an hour for the concluding.
Okay.
So we must cut, but one last question, a quick answer.
Okay.
Maybe
Answer.
I didn't hear very well, but how did you separate that the players like more this game or the other just only by the visuals? Or maybe I didn't hear that correctly.
No. So the idea of the whole research that's going, so each of the player came to the company for around 40 minutes. So he played 5 and 5 minutes, yes, but he spent 40 minutes. So first he watched, then he played the first game, he have a survey after the game, play second game, survey after the game, small testimonial when we talk with them with the deeper conversation, the deeper survey together. And then we also take all the results, yes, from the biofeedback and checking. If you want, I can of course show you the whole the biofeedbacks how it go on. Yes,
In the break.
Yeah.
You can read at lunchtime, then you can show it.
So I think I have to go to end.
Yes.
Yeah. So guys, thank you very much. Yes. The name of the game is engine is GearShift, building in the engine behavior on the with motor vehicles, and the maps generation based on the AI algorithms implemented with the Unreal Engine platform, Unreal 5. We use Unreal 5, and that's all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.